All right, this was uploaded by Corners News, and I wanted to cover this, and I know a lot of other people have talked about this. This is coming out of Kirby, Texas. The population of Kirby is about 8,000. It's an enclave of San Antonio. And the reason this is important and the reason I want to personally cover it is because I've seen people applaud the police for raiding Texas sheepdog. The reason they raided Texas sheepdog is because of what we're about to see occurred at the Kirby City Council. If you haven't seen this, you really need to take a look at it, because as the title indicates from Corners News, every single officer knew that Texas Sheepdog 72 was not violating the law. And yet there are yahoos out here on American soil who approve of the police raiding an American's home who had committed no crime. Let's take a look at this.
So the next thing is, I thought I heard Councilman Martin, want to put this 30-6, 30-7 sign, this gun, prohibited gun signs on the agenda. I noticed it was not on the agenda. It needs to be on the agenda. Where's my phone at? We had more meetings than days in 2023. Okay, and in Allen, Texas, that's our most recent shooting here in Texas, right? 9 people, including the perpetrator, were killed, including a 3-year-old boy in a shooting, somebody that came in for no apparent reason other than to kill people. This stuff is on our doorstep. It's on your doorstep out here. Please give citizens the ability in this council meeting or anywhere else that the city has citizens gather in mass, the ability to protect ourselves, to protect you, to protect our police officers in the event that a shooting visits this place. This is a real threat. And you can put up 100 signs out there. I think today we have, 12, 13, 14 police officers here. And nobody can stop this from coming in.
Now, what he's holding up there,
14 police officers here, and nobody can stop this from coming.
Is not real. And they will acknowledge that it's not real. It amazes me that in a town, Kirby is smaller than my town, and I thought my town of Tahlequah, Oklahoma was small. I mean, when the local college is in session, we're about, 16, 17, 18,000. That's about 10,000 more people than Kirby, and they got 12 to 14 police officers at a city council meeting, and they have to go through a detector before they can walk in. See, a detector to me, while it may give the appearance that you're keeping the people inside safe, all you're doing is stripping. You're using it as a justification of keeping those people safe, an opportunity. You're giving yourself an opportunity to strip people of their Second Amendment rights in the state of Texas.
Nobody can stop this from coming in.
Look at this guy.
And the point I'm making is,
go ahead and take that gun.
I don't care what kind of security you have out there. Yeah, you can take it. That's fine. You can take it. You have my consent. Nobody can stop these things from coming in. I'm not going to hurt nobody. I carry a gun in here. It's going to be taken out to preserve life. My life, your life, cops' lives.
Amen.
Even if I don't like you.
Amen.
Allow me to do that. Allow other citizens who want to do that to do that. Now, if there's citizens that want to throw chairs at someone, let them do that too. Or put a sign outside that says no throwing chairs. It has the same effect as telling you no guns. No throwing chairs, no doing anything to somebody that comes in here and tries to hurt you. Think it won't happen here? Think about Silver Springs. Who thought it would happen there? And that church had nothing to do with that guy. He had a beef with his woman. If you don't know, Silver Springs picked that church and just started shooting up. He wanted to punch people and he wanted to die. And then he went off to kill he was going to plan on killing his ex or whatever. And a guy like me, a guy that will grab his gun and stop that guy.
I don't know if you can hear Texas Sheepdog. It's kind of difficult because of the audio, but he's referring to the Sutherland Springs shooting, which was not stopped by law enforcement. It was stopped by a man with an AR-15, the scary black assault style rifle that should only be on the battlefield. It was stopped by a guy who cares about his community. His name is Stephen Williford, and he basically became the hero. He did what the cops couldn't do because he was there. When seconds count, police are minutes away. What about Elisha Dickin in Indiana? In that mall, it was Greenwood Mall. He took the shooter out who had an AR-15 style rifle. He took his firearm out, his handgun, and he took care of business 40 yards away with just a couple shots. You don't want to start eliminating firearms from public places because you're scared that something might happen, because the people who could defend you, now you've already scanned them, you've already disarmed them at that school or that public meeting, and now they can't defend themselves and they can't help you out. The best that they could possibly do is, throw a chair or a paperweight or a calculator at somebody. What is it? Run, hide, fight. If you can run, get out of there, they'll tell you. Or hide, barricade the doors. And if all that stuff fails right there, go ahead and bring your fist fight to the guy who brought a gun to the gunfight.
Imagine if there were signs in that city that said you couldn't do that. Please consider taking those signs down and let us defend ourselves, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Miller. Next we have Dismal Vincon. Am I saying that, pronouncing that correctly?
Here, I'm not speaking to him.
Oh, okay.
We've called him worse.
Sorry. Then after that we have Patrick White. Moving on to 7A, presentation police badge pinning ceremony.
Disrupting a meeting.
So they kick him out for disrupting a meeting. And this is the catalyst that lights the fuse that gives them the justification to raid his house.
You're not? Hey.
The one said we got disrupting a meeting, we got a city ordinance violation, and I'm like, down motherfucker.
Who you?
Yeah.
Just stop right here. These female cops make me laugh.
The one said
Not in shape. You could easily outrun them. There's no way that without backup, they're going to be able to take you to the ground or do anything in the way of fighting crime. It's just ridiculous. And you got this other one right here. Here's another one right here. You'll see her in a second in the news report, but listen to them. They'll readily admit that the gun that Texas Sheepdog brought in was not real.
Discharge of a BB gun is prohibited, not possession. And it's fake. And it's fake.
I know that already.
And it's fake. And it's fake.
I know that already.
Well, he's worried I got a pest in me. Don't fucking quit.
So they acknowledge that it's fake, and here's the news report.
Jack Miller, known on social media as the Texas Sheepdog. We've covered stories on his previous run-ins with the law. This morning, Kirby police conducted a search warrant on his home, arresting him and another man, Patrick White. Miller was charged with disorderly conduct, displaying a firearm. This stemming from an incident in May of...
Displaying a firearm at the town council meeting. Look who this is right here. Does he look familiar?
last year, where he brought a gun to a city council meeting.
And it's fake. And it's fake.
I know that already.
From an incident in
So every one of these cops who arrived on the scene to raid Jack's house knew that Jack didn't commit a crime. He didn't bring a gun into the council meeting, and yet mainstream media is saying he brought a gun in. It wasn't real. If it's not a gun, it's not a gun.
Miller was charged with disorderly conduct, displaying a firearm. This stemming from an incident in May of last year where he brought a gun to a city council meeting.
Displaying a firearm, he brought a gun. So they do nothing but propagate lies. That's why I always say mainstream media is the propaganda arm for the military and industrial complex and for the thin blue line. So leave your thoughts about this. This is another example of where an American doesn't commit a crime And other Americans who aren't law enforcement applaud law enforcement for going in and raiding a man who didn't commit a crime. And it's all lunacy. Leave your thoughts about this for the world and the global thought police in the comment section below. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification icon, give it a thumbs up, share it with everybody you know. Don't forget to subscribe to my email list or my website, highimpactflix.com. If you want to support the channel further, grab a shirt, become a channel member, but more importantly, know what your rights are and stand for your rights. If you don't flex your rights, you will lose them. Yes, freedom is dangerous. The only thing more dangerous is not having freedom. I'll see you in the next video.